Hello everybody and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Saturday and since yesterday the crypto market and the stock market has been getting a continuation to the downside, as you can see right now. Currently Bitcoin trying to test that weekly pivot again, and also the stock market, if you look at the S&P 500, basically we are right now rejecting from this trend line that I broke and also rejecting from that weekly pivot resistance at around $6,025 right here, as you can see. And currently we are closed into that weekly pivot. So we do still have time until the CME market opens. Basically it will be 1 day and 13 hours. So we will see what will happen at the market opens. But as of right now, let's get back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is right now below that key level of support. We've right now flipped it once again as a resistance. As I was talking in the previous video, we needed Bitcoin to actually hold this level right here, but as you can see, we absolutely broke through it, and right now we are regaining some strength, and possibly we will try to test that level once again, which perfectly also correlates with our weekly pivot resistance at around 106k. So basically 106k, very key level. But I want to talk about the reason why the stock market, in my opinion, is dumping, and also why gold pumped massively. As you can see, getting that pump to the upside of about 4% for gold is because there is right now a war going on. As you know, everybody has been posting this since yesterday. Iran basically has been attacking Israel again. So this is actually very bad for the markets. You can call it a black swan event, as you know. So basically I'm keeping my eyes open, and I'm potentially being very careful, since we can have a lot of potential volatility and get possible a flush out to the downside for the stock market, since, as you know, if there are war news or something like that, like we had back in 2020 when COVID came, there is a potential that we can get a very big correction to the downside of about 4 or maybe even like 6%, since, as you know, gold tends to go up in price when there are wars breaking out, since everybody is going into gold and leaving volatile assets like Bitcoin and the stock market also. So people are going into gold. So gold is right now back at that crucial resistance right here, as you can see, from the last time that we've tested it twice and made a double top and rejected from here. Right now we are back above, since we got this news right here, as you can see, and basically this is a potential very bearish for the Bitcoin price and also for the stock market. But we will see what happens. Maybe we just get a slight correction and then we continue pumping up, but this we can tell in the next week. But as of right now, let's get back for Bitcoin. As you can see on the daily time frame, our RSI and our momentum are getting cooled off right here, as you can see. Basically it is possible that we get back to that 20 line on the daily, and once that happens, you can see history repeats itself always. When that RSI has been getting close to that 20 line or touching it or even being oversold, you can see every single time when the price got closer to that 20 line, it has been time for longs. Right here you can see we got a push up while the RSI was back to the 20 line. Right here we got a push up also right here after the RSI got oversold. So basically this is a very good indication. So on the daily it is very accurate, and if we go back to right here about the 20 line, then we can potentially get some kind of a push once again. But you see how this plays out in the coming week. So right now it is currently the weekend, so the markets are very still, not much volatility going on. But we can look at Ethereum right now. Ethereum got rejected from that weekly pivot resistance of around $2,850. You can see right here our RSI momentum did not lie. It touched that 80 line and then the price got rejected. Also our momentum wave going down also, as you can see. So if you go on a lower time frame like the 4 hours, you can see Ethereum currently below that POC of that range that we have been consolidating for about a couple of weeks, almost a month now. Basically, we don't want to see Ethereum losing this range right here or losing that weekly pivot. So maybe we can sweep these lows right here since we've got liquidity left below them, and then the Ethereum can do something like this since the RSI, if we go on the daily for Ethereum, the RSI, the same as Bitcoin, is right now going down to the 20 line, and then maybe I'm expecting another push, as I said, to the downside to sweep these lows right here, take out the liquidity for Ethereum, and then once the RSI touches that 20 line, then we can see another push to the upside, and then we can look for potential long positions right here at these levels. Basically 2350 to 2338 is basically my outlook for Ethereum for another long entry, and then potentially taking out this very key level at around $3,000. Maybe we can even reclaim it, as you know. But as I was saying in my previous videos, it all depends on the stock markets as of right now, since we've got a lot of volatility going on into the market. So next week will be very crucial and very dangerous week since of these war events, as you know. So basically we need the stock markets to keep grinding up, and we need to see the S&P 500 basically try to reclaim this trend line and get back above and potentially test its all-time highs, since the 6000 region was very key resistance. But we've got one coin that I will look at right now on the daily time frame that is still performing very nice, as you can see. This is basically HYPE. If we also enable the monthly pivots, you can see HYPE is currently struggling at that second monthly pivot resistance of around $43, and once it breaks above it also, which is consolidating with the weekly pivot resistance 3, the last one, basically if HYPE manages to break above it, then I'm expecting one last push to basically $51 or 50 for HYPE. It is very possible that it will reach these price targets, since as you can see it has been currently outperforming even Solana, even Sui, and also even Ethereum. Basically very bullish on HYPE right now. And if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, guys, also very important on the daily time frame, the Bitcoin dominance once again getting stronger. So we needed to reject from that level right here in order for the altcoins, the other altcoins, to also have a major pump to the upside. We need that weakness in Bitcoin dominance. So maybe we consolidate here for another couple of weeks, and then we can finally get that breakdown right now after the markets, after the Bitcoin dominance decides to reject from this level, basically, since we need the Bitcoin dominance to drop, as I was saying in the previous videos, for the altcoins to finally have that actually stronger move to the upside, since right now things are not looking pretty good for Solana and for Ethereum. We need to not lose this range right here, very important level. And so yes guys, this will be my outlook for the markets for this weekend. Not much to cover, but I'll see you again in the next one. Hope you have an amazing weekend, and bye.